How do you like my suit and tie? Anyways, guys, this is the second episode of 64 Sports. We're going to recap the Saints wildcard game that was on CBS and Nickelodeon. Yes, it was on Nickelodeon. And yes, I did see the F-bomb, which was quite something. Let's get on to it. Anyways, if you want to be recapping the Saints and Bears wildcard game, here's a little context to give you an understanding. The Saints and the Bears did play back in Week 8, with the Saints taking a major victory in overtime in Week 8. So, this could be an opportunity for Chicago to take the revenge from that game. However, at the end of the game, it did not matter. So anyways, let's get on with it. In the first quarter, only a touchdown made by the New Orleans Saints. Michael Thomas finally getting his first touchdown of the season, actually, to be talking honesty. That's true. I know. In the second quarter, just a field goal by Chicago, making the score 7-3 in the first half. And then in the second half, the Saints score another touchdown, 14-3. Then another touchdown, 21-3. In the fourth quarter, I don't know if that third touchdown was the third or fourth. But anyways, at the fourth quarter, Drew Brees will end up trying to get a touchdown. They do count it at first, but after further review, the ball was just short of the goal line. So the Saints did not receive that touchdown. And then at the very last second, Chicago will score their first and final touchdown of that game. The first and final touchdown of that game, the final score being 21-9, with no field goal because it wasn't going to impact the game anyway. So after all that, Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints would take the slime fest, I guess. I don't know. It was on Nickelodeon, so you can't blame me. And the Saints will end up taking that victory, and now they will move on to the divisional round, which I will talk about in just a bit. So key things to note. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas are back in the game with a healthy Drew Brees, a good Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas coming back from the regular season injury back in Week 1. As for the Chicago Bears, their season is over. We don't need to talk about them. Okay, so now let's move on to the divisional game. The Saints would take on the Buccaneers one more time. That's right. 3 times will these guys face. 3 times we'll see Brees versus Brady. I was right about that. I honestly expected that Brees and Brady will meet up again in the playoffs. I expected their 2 regular season games, but I was not surprised about their playoff game. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I was thinking about that in my predictions for the Saints season. I'm not lying. That's legit true. I'm actually not lying. So anyways, key things to note. Drew Brees versus Tom Brady. Enough said. There's more. So for the Saints, the key things, of course, is Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas. Those are the key 3 pieces for the Saints offense, and of course the rest of their offense as well. And they want to keep the ball moving as quickly as possible. They don't need to play do some crazy moves, some crazy plays. It doesn't matter as long as they keep the ball focused on scoring touchdowns, and for the Saints defense to make sure that they stop the Buccaneers offense. As for the Bucs, their key pieces are Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown. Pretty much those are the key pieces for their offense, and of course their other ones, and of course their Bucs defense. However, I don't know. It's going to be quite the interesting game to say the least. Another thing to note, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I don't know why. This man is legit is like literally roasting people sometimes. If you remember in the Bears game, both of them, C.J. Gardner-Johnson made 2 Bears players get eliminated or disqualified from the game. I'm not kidding. How is this even possible? It's to the point where he even pisses off Michael Thomas, and then Michael Thomas gets suspended from that. Like, can you believe me? I'm not even making this up. So, if I was C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I probably wouldn't piss off Antonio Brown. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if he would, but if he does, keep a close eye on that because you don't know what's going to be happening. And I'm definitely for sure don't want to know what will happen if that was the case. Antonio Brown does have his issues, but he did say he wants to resolve them as quickly as possible so he can stay focused on football no matter what. And as for CJ Gardner-Johnson, I don't know if he wants to annoy people, go ahead, be a free man. But I'm just not saying that that's the best idea so far. And of course, the Saints swept the Buccaneers in the 2020 season, in the regular season. Their first time, week 1, 34-27. I did not pay attention to the score. Jesus, like 34-24. That was the final. 34-24 was the final score for their week 1 matchup, and then in week 9, the laughable 38-3 score. The Saints will sweep the Buccaneers and of course the rest of the NFC South in the season, with the Saints taking the number 1 seed in the NFC South. I mean, like, let's be real. However, anything could happen in this game. Most people are speculating that the Saints beat the Bucs for a third time, but again, anything is possible. I'm a Saints fan myself. I really want the Saints to win this game because anything is possible. And football is unpredictable. You can't predict football unless if you're a maniac. But other than that, it's unknown what will happen. But it will be quite the interesting game. We have the buffet of delights for the Saints and Bucs game. This game will be at 6:40 Eastern Time, 5:40 Central Time on Fox. I'm going to be watching it. My family's going to be watching it. We all want to watch it. This is going to be a major game. And again, this is Drew Brees' final season, so I don't want anything bad happening. I don't want Drew Brees' ways ending like in such a disappointment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And it doesn't matter because nobody's going to watch this video. Also, let me know what you guys think of my suit and tie. I'm going to be doing this from now on every single time we're doing this. We're doing the 64 Sports. I'm going to do this every time. Don't judge me. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. This may not be the most informative video you got, but it's at least a substitute. This is from a amateur perspective of a football game. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.